The Vivo X200 Ultra is the pinnacle of Vivo's X200 series, following the X200 and X200 Pro models. It was officially unveiled in China on April 21, 2025, with a global launch anticipated later in the year. Vivo has positioned this device as a pocket smart camera that can make calls, emphasizing its advanced imaging capabilities. Processor: Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite SoC, offering top-tier performance and efficiency. RAM: up to 16GB LPDDR5X. Storage options: up to 1TB UFS 4.0. Operating system: Android 15 with Vivo's custom FunTouch OS. Size: 6.82-inch OLED. Resolution: 2K, 3200 by 1440 pixels. Refresh rate: 120 Hz. Brightness: peak brightness up to 5000 nits. Protection: armor glass with circular polarized eye protection. Capacity: 6000 mAh. Wired charging: 100W fast charging. Wireless charging: 50W. Additional features: bypass charging mode for gaming. Design. Materials: metal frame with premium finishes. Colors: silver, red, and black. Dimensions: slim and lightweight design for comfortable handling. Fingerprint sensor, in-display ultrasonic sensor, functional even with wet fingers. The Vivo X200 Ultra's camera system is its standout feature, developed in collaboration with Zeiss to deliver professional-grade photography. Main camera: 50MP Sony LYT818 sensor with optical image stabilization (OIS). Gizmo China. Ultra-wide camera, 50MP sensor. Periscope telephoto camera, 200MP Samsung HPX sensor, offering exceptional zoom capabilities. Phone Arena +1 The Verge +1. 4K recording, up to 120 frames per second across all lenses. Gizmo China. 10-bit log video, for enhanced color grading in post-production. Cinematic slow motion, 4K at 120 frames per second. Zeiss T-lens coating *, reduces lens flare and ghosting. Vivo V3 Plus and VS1 imaging chips, custom chips for superior image processing. The Verge. Photographer kit, optional accessories including a grip, zoom control, extra battery, and a Zeiss 2.35x telephoto lens. The Verge. As of now, the Vivo X200 Ultra is available in China. There are no official announcements regarding its availability in other markets, including India and Pakistan. Vivo has previously limited the Ultra series to the Chinese market, and similar restrictions are expected for the X200 Ultra. In China, the Vivo X200 Ultra is priced between 6,499 yen, $1,096, depending on the storage configuration. The Vivo X200 Ultra sets a new benchmark in mobile photography, combining high-end hardware with advanced software to deliver DSLR-like performance in a smartphone. Its powerful camera system, coupled with top-tier performance specifications, makes it a compelling choice for photography enthusiasts and professionals. However, its limited availability outside China may restrict its reach to a global audience. Following several weeks of teases, Vivo has announced all the details of its new X200 Ultra smartphone, which is launching in China. The X200 Ultra runs Qualcomm's newest high-end Snapdragon 8 Elite processor with up to 16GB of RAM and up to 1TB of storage. But what really sets it apart is its back triple camera array, which can be upgraded with accessories designed to not only expand the phone's zoom capabilities to be comparable to a standalone camera, but also improve its ergonomics when taking photos or recording video. The Vivo X200 Ultra starts at 6,499 yuan, around $890, for a version with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage, and maxes out at 7,999 yuan, around $1,096, with 16GB and 1TB. It includes a 6.82-inch OLED screen, an under-display fingerprint sensor, 90W charging speeds with a USB-C cable, up to 40W wireless charging with a compatible charger, dust and water resistance, and silver, red, and black color options. There are currently no plans for release outside China. It hasn't released specifics on battery life, often an issue with smartphones that are supposed to double as other gadgets. beyond saying users can rely on their device throughout the day. For 2,598 yuan, around $356, or in a 9,699 yuan, around $1,329, bundle with the 16 GB per 1 TB version, you can add the photographer kit, which is where the phone gets interesting. Even without any of the kit's accessories, the X200 Ultra's photography capabilities could give you enough reason to leave your dedicated shooter at home. On the back of the phone you'll find a pair of cameras with 50-megapixel 1/1.28-inch Sony sensors and optical image stabilization. One is paired with a 14mm f/2.0 wide-angle lens, while the other has a 35mm f/1.69 lens useful for portrait photography and capturing a shallow depth of field. A third camera uses a 200-megapixel 1/1.4-inch Samsung HP9 sensor and an 85mm f/2.27 telephoto zoom lens with macro capabilities and image stabilization. On the front of the phone you'll also find a 50-megapixel selfie camera. All three rear cameras can capture 10-bit 4K video at 60 frames per second with slow-motion capabilities that max out at 4K per 120 frames per second. Vivo says image and video quality is enhanced through the use of two newly developed dedicated chips, the VS1 that pre-processes raw data straight off the camera's sensors, and the V3 Plus that handles post-processing tasks such as filters and color correction. Similar to the camera control feature on the iPhone 16 lineup, the X200 Ultra also features an enhanced shutter button that can be used to adjust exposure or zoom by sliding your finger across it. The optional photographer kit further expands the X200 Ultra's photography and video capabilities. The kit adds a grip featuring a dedicated video record button, a settings dial with customizable functionality, a zoom control, and an additional 2,300 mAh battery, extending the life of the phone's 6,000 mAh battery. Vivo hasn't revealed how much weight all of the kit's components will add to the 232-gram smartphone, but the improved ergonomics, and the inclusion of a shoulder strap, could make it easier to handle when fully accessorized. The kit also includes a Zeiss 2.35x telephoto converter lens that attaches to the phone using adapters to boost the zoom capabilities of the X200 Ultra's 200-megapixel camera from 3.7x to up to 8.7x. Will Vivo's X200 Ultra completely replace the need for a dedicated camera? With sensors that are much smaller than what you'll find in modern DSLR or mirrorless cameras, professional and even amateur photographers will still want to hold on to their cameras that offer better low-light performance. The option to boost the phone's zoom capabilities by adding a telephoto lens is useful, but Vivo needs to introduce a larger collection of add-on lenses that gives photographers more creative choices if it wants the X200 Ultra to truly be considered a viable camera replacement. Even so, it's more camera than you'll get with just about any other smartphone on the market.